Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far after yet another defeat? 3 on the bounce. What more do you want? But welcome to the original Sunday morning LCFC football show where you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. So it's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show run by us fans out here for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion really matters. Get those comments in now. Let's get going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes!
The Leicester City machine is on the march again!
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.
Well, what can we say after that? It's absolutely disgraceful, woeful. I don't know, but after our third defeat in a row, this time to Blackburn at home 2-0, yet again we showed no pride, no passion, no fight, no effort, no reflection, no spirit, no nothing. On reflection, that performance against a 21st position team of Blackburn, come here, they had a good result last time, but they outplayed us. And they were 100 times better than us, I thought. The first 10 minutes, yeah, we were okay. We could have had a chance. We had a disallowed goal, which was unfortunate. But the one huge difference between us, Millwall, Hull, Blackburn, and even Portsmouth was the fight and spirit those teams had. And I'm fed up of saying it. It's the same, exactly the same as last year. But yeah, that's me saying my little bit to start off with. Yes, what a shit show. Morning, yes. Overpaid arseholes. Craig, Mr. Six-Hitter, Craig, I know you've got some decent views on yesterday's game. I'm hoping to hear them. Morning, Julie. Hope you're well. Andy, I hope you're well. Right, let's bring some of the riff-raff in we normally have. Morning, Reedy. How are you, pal? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Good. You went yesterday. We'll get your views on it in a minute. Nick, have you had enough? Are you packing your bag? Have you delivered what you want to think about today? Have you thought about it in your head?
I've been thinking about it for a while now, mate, to be perfectly honest.
I know, I think we all have. And it's not a new face, but it's an old face. Morning, Matty. How are you, pal? Been a while, mate.
Morning, Jamie. Are you all right? Well, not an old face. What you meant to say was I haven't been on for a while, not an old face, yeah?
It's an old face. It's the same as me, mate. You're an old face. You've got that face of radio like me. We'll start with Reedy. Reedy, you were there yesterday. When the team news came out, what did you actually think about the team news? Were you surprised? Were you shocked? What were your thoughts?
Well, going from the Millwall game, I was kind of happy with the team news. Obviously Christensen, I know people aren't the biggest fan of either left back at the moment, but the conditions that Luke Thomas were in against Millwall, you had to change him. And again, we've seen yesterday that the change didn't really do much to help us either. Carranza up front, I've been saying it for a while now that out of all three of the strikers, I think no matter how badly they play or how good they play, you've just got to play with one striker now and keep the consistency going, because otherwise, if you keep switching the strikers out, I just don't think it's going to even help either way. So I think the team news yesterday for me, I was probably saying that it's probably the best you could probably put out there. With Ramsey injured, I think you've got to put, unfortunately, James in that 10 role, which again, I think out of all the players, he was the only one that looked like he really cared again, and he's on loan. So the team news was all right. I think it was probably the best we could have put out, but again, the performance wasn't there, was it? So, but then people say, what can we change right now? For the team we've got, I don't think you can change much to make it better.
No, there isn't. There isn't a lot. It's showed by the bench as well, didn't it, Matty? There's been a lot of talk about being entitled. Are we too entitled and expect to turn up and steamroll the teams? This is probably the toughest league in Europe, and you have to be up for a fight in that, and you have to roll your sleeves up and get involved. And it's shown the last few games, well, even the whole season. We haven't shown that fight or anything, have we, for this competition, the championship? Sorry.
Well, the nucleus of this squad have been relegated once, quite a few of them twice. And if you're going to war with those group of players that find getting beat so easy and accept it and don't give a toss, this is what you're going to end up with, isn't it? You know, I mean, the Vestergaards, the Wout Fast cupping his ears at the fans in the first game of the season. I mean, what was that all about? Vestergaard walking his dog. Winks not wishing to stay at the training ground. That is the mentality and attitude that the vast majority of these players have. And it's a tough league. It's a very, very hard league. Week in, week out, it's physical. These teams want it. They want it more. We don't want it at all. But until that is sorted out, this decline is going to continue and continue. And I can see it's getting relegated if something isn't done.
See, I said that at the beginning of the season. People said, "Oh, wait, you're going to win this league, aren't you?" I says, "No, we'll be." I says, "I know." They said, "No, what was it?" They said to me, "Oh, you'll be out. You'll be in the Premiership next year, won't you?" I said, "Well, we'll be out the division, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be that division we're going in."
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I said exactly the same thing.
It's coming true, Nick. We keep making sloppy mistakes. Is it a time to go back to basics, or do we need something totally different?
Well, for a start, Reedy was mentioning about James going in the 10 role, for example. Don't have a 10 role. Go old school and go 4-4-2. Put James in the middle with Winks and have Carranza and Daka start. Because I'm not being funny. Both of those strikers have got a history of playing in the 2 from wherever they've been, and that's where their goals have come from. So go old school, go 4-4-2.
Nick, Daka, he was playing with Haaland a few years ago. And look at the way they've gone. They've gone in totally different directions now.
Yeah, but as I say, since he's been here, I mean, I'm not his biggest fan. I won't make no bones about it. But the only time he's ever played as a 1 is since he's been here. He's always played as a 2 wherever he's been. The same with Carranza. Go old school. Go 4-4-2. I don't get it. Why do we need to have this attacking midfielder? I'm not being funny. For me, I like James, but he's not a number 10. No. And I'd rather never see Sumari on the pitch for us ever again, because he was woeful again yesterday. I can't stand him.
Reedy, there's a comment here by Mr. Six-Hitter, Craig Hendry. He says, there are bad players in the changing room, but not all. Buttie was nearly in tears after the final whistle yesterday. Did you stay to the end? Because sometimes when it's been a bit of a bad performance, you bugger off early, don't you? Well, not too early, but you don't wait to the final whistle.
No, I left the when the board came up for 4 minutes added on. I left to get out the ground. The thing is, I think yesterday I wasn't as annoyed as I think I would have been if we didn't have the chances we did, because I still think there was every chance we could have got back into that game at 1-0. Like I say, at 0-0 we got the goal as well, and we made an error to make sure that didn't go in. I don't know. I think the chances we had yesterday, as much as it was a very poor performance, we could have easily been in the game. And at 1-1, if Mavididi scores that chance, I think there's every chance we could have gone on and had the momentum to try and win the game. I don't know, but I just think I'm not annoyed as much as I probably would have been if we did put away the chances we did have. Because for the last few weeks, we've not really had the chances to do that. But yesterday, I think the story was different in the fact that we had a lot of chances to make sure we got in the game.
You keep saying about making these chances. Again, we had one shot on target, one. Mm-hmm. All game. Last week against Millwall, it was the 95th minute we had a shot. This week, it was Mavididi's effort on goal. And I've got something to show you in a bit about that. But we had one shot on target all game. This is all down, and I think, Matty, you might agree with me on this. This is all down to trying to score the perfect goal. Two prime examples yesterday, Matty, was Ricky P got the ball and he went to the box. He could have put it across. It was similar to how Vardy scores his goals. He goes and he cuts it across the keeper into the opposite side of the net. What does he do? He tries to put it back from Mavididi, and it's behind him. and the chancer's gone because he's pulled it behind him. He's got to take another touch. The second one was when Mavididi was at the far post and he headed it back across the goal. Back across the goal.
I remember that, yeah.
Having a attempt on target, a deflection, a rebound, a second attempt, something might fall to you. Why, Matty, are we trying to keep scoring this perfect goal when it isn't working?
When we won the championship last time, we were doing the same thing. But look at the personnel we had then. We haven't got those players to score this perfect goal. Get the ball in the box, rain that box with balls, and something's going to go in the end. In the end, isn't it? You know, like you say, onto a second ball, a rebound, a mistake. You know, but walking the ball into the back of the net or trying to, like you say, trying to score that perfect goal with this bunch, it doesn't work, does it? It doesn't work.
I mean, even after they made it 2-0, the next 10 minutes, we didn't show a response. For 10 minutes, we had about 72% of the ball. We had not one attempt on goal, not even one target or one on target. We showed no response whatsoever.
But having gone 2-0 down, our pace just dropped again. I mean, we were taking 20 seconds to take a throw in. We were wandering around. We weren't tracking back. It was like the game's over. 1-0 down. The game's over. That's the attitude, isn't it? That's the attitude. They don't give a toss. Simple as that. They do not give a toss.
Yeah, Nick, we'll go on to you now, asking this question, another bit about the game. Apart from the problems on the pitch, this is from Neil Birchenough. Apart from the problems on the pitch, I do feel many of our top-tier fans are far from helping by booing our players during the games. We need to change the atmosphere in the ground and take a leaf out of Chef Wednesday book. Yeah, Chef Wednesday have done absolutely amazing, but unfortunately, Neil, we all support Leicester. But I know where you're coming from. I know exactly what you mean. Nick, are we entitled as fans to make our feelings known by booing players? Because yesterday, I watched it on TV because living in Spain, I don't get much chance to see the games live. But after 25 minutes, the boos were ringing out because there was too many backward passes. Half time, there was booing. And at the end of the game, wow, it was boo central. It really was. If we pay our money, Nick, are we entitled to have our say? Are we allowed to do what we want to do within reason?
Within reason, I think so. Let's be fair, right? We all go to work Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday, whatever. You graft and stuff, and you pay your money to go down there. If you're seeing 11 players on that pitch, not strolling around, passing it around at the back, not really giving it out on the pitch, I think you're entitled to let them know you expect better. Now, for me, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be technically gifted to play for Leicester City, but as long as you are fighting for the Fox and you're trying your hardest, the fans will get behind you.
Yeah, if the players are giving you something to get behind, Matty, you would get behind them. You'd probably go more. I know you live in, you're Swindon way, aren't you?
Swindon, yeah.
You'd probably go more if it was more enjoyable to go. I mean, I suppose at the minute, you're thinking, oh, it's a bit boring.
Well,
I just want to miss.
I mean, I do. I go as much as I can, work dependent. I'll probably go to half the home games and some of the away games around me, sort of thing. But I actually had a ticket yesterday to go, and I started work at 2:30 in the morning and got back home about 9 in the morning. Would have had to have left about 10 to get in the ground for 12:30. I couldn't be bothered. I could not be bothered. I'd sooner sacrifice that ticket and stay at home than spend the whole day driving 40 quid on diesel, couple of pints, blah, blah, £100 day. Why the hell should I? And that's the first time I've ever felt like that. First time I've ever felt like that.
If that had been the Premiership,
when
we won the Premiership, you'd have bust a gut to come there, wouldn't you?
Of course, not just that though, Jamie. Great Escape season springs to mind. Great Escape season, we look doomed. Christmas time, we were down and out doomed, but we stuck with it. We stuck in there, and I went a lot that season, like I normally would, not usual amount. We stuck with them, and we got out of it. Every man on that pitch was digging in. Pearson digging in. You don't see that anymore, do you? Why should I spend my hard-earned money? I mean, fair enough, through the good times and the bad. But the good times and the bad, you want to see them men on the pitch putting the effort in.
Yeah.
You're not seeing it.
that's the minimum, Nick. You want to see effort from the players, don't you? And
Yeah.
you see an effort from teams that, on paper, yes, we should be beating. Millwall, Hull, Portsmouth. Who did we play yesterday? Who did we play yesterday? Blackburn. Already, it's gone from my mind already. On paper, we should be beating them, but they're putting twice, 3 times as much effort in, and they're making the difference up in skill, in quality, in the effort they're putting in, Nick. They're making the difference up, I think, and that's what's showing the lack of effort.
Oh, 100%, mate. I mean, like you were saying, get through the good times and the bad. My God, the mid-noughties, there were some really dark times and stuff. But I tell you what, those dark time teams, like a Craig Levine team, I honestly think a Craig Levine team would beat this current crop. That's how bad.
I think you're pushing it there a bit, Nick.
I don't think so. Hey, at least we had Matty Fright up front, who scored goals.
Well, yeah. I know what you mean, but I think you're pushing the Craig Levine.
The biggest problem is it's been going on ever. I mean, it was the anniversary of Ishai's passing, weren't it? Ever since then, it's got worse and worse and worse season on season. Yes, we won an FA Cup, but if you all remember back to when we won that FA Cup, we weren't playing brilliantly.
We didn't even play that good that day, to be honest.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
And it's got worse and worse and worse since then. The biggest problem in there is Top, Rudkin, the lot. They've ruined Vishai's legacy. And now we're stuck with a bunch of overpaid, think they're too good for the Championship players that are not willing to put the graft in.
Yeah. So, and part of this is going to, here's the picture of the first goal, like I said. Right, this is the ball. There was a long crossfield ball over to the left, and the ball got put in. And at this point, Sumari stretched his leg out. Reedy, what did you think at that point? Did you think we were in trouble? Because you were at the game. I know you can't because you're at the other end of the ground now. You're not near here. But what did you think at that point when the ball was coming over?
This is the first time I've seen this back this morning since looking at it. Because, again, I was on the other side of the pitch, so I couldn't know. But it's basically a perfect pass for any striker to get. It's just a shame that it was our player. Yeah, it was frustrating. Again, the chance we had before this was, again, a big reason why we've been now 1-0 down. But again, it's poor. And like you see, Vestergaard would have probably have got the ball at that point if he didn't touch it. But I know a lot of people are going to blame Sumari for it. But I think majority of players in that position would probably just try and get something on it so it doesn't get into the box. My big thing about that, yeah, Sumari's going to get pelters and probably ripped a new one, Matt. Why wasn't there a shout? Leave it, maybe not keeper's ball. Why wasn't the shout from Vestergaard? Because Vestergaard would have seen that and he'd had a clear view. But because Sumari went for it, Matty, it was like, and it wrong-footed Vestergaard. Nothing Vestergaard could have done, but why wasn't there was a shout? There should have been a shout.
Because there's no organisation in there, is there? The keeper clearly isn't organising the defence in front of him, and the defence aren't talking amongst themselves and sorting themselves out, are they? This is half the problem.
So, like Mr. Six-Hitter said about communication, he totally. But let's see. Here's another one, John. See, yeah, it was Sumari's fault for going for it, but why wasn't there any shouting from Vestergaard saying Vesti's ball or Yannick's ball or well, you can't shout, leave it, can you? You're not allowed to say that. But saying my ball or something like that. That's what I don't understand. But yes, it was. I do blame Sumari for going it, but I also do.
Yeah.
He's got to try and clear it. He's got to try and clear it, and also he just fortunately went to them straight away.
It's basic defending. It's basic defending. Communication is the first thing when you're defending. You need to make sure you've got nailed down to the T, because you should be defending as a unit. You should be helping each other out, bailing each other out, and stuff like that. But there's no communication in that back line whatsoever.
Yeah, and then we came to a huge turning point in the game when it was 1-0 at this point, wasn't it? Mavididi got this chance, didn't he? And I must admit, when the ball came over, when he got crossed, I can't remember who crossed it. I think it was Jordan James, wasn't it?
Jordan James into Carranza, and then
Carranza left it, which was a good bit of skill by Carranza, I thought, to leave it to know there was somebody behind him. And at this point, I was jumping up, thinking we'd scored, we'd made it 1-1, and I think most of you were as well, I would have thought. Nick, what were you thinking at that point?
I thought it was an equaliser.
Yeah. But then the keeper made a great save. I must admit, give 100% to the keeper. He made a fantastic save.
Yeah, he did.
But Mavididi should have done better, shouldn't he, Reedy?
He's one-on-one. As you can see there, the keeper isn't really that spread out. He's literally got one leg out to try and get it, and he's done it. But in Mavididi's position, he's one-on-one. You've got to place it. As much as people say you just got to whack it, you've got to place it there because he had the time. The ball was literally rolling to him. He could have just known that the keeper's coming back that way, just going on the other side. You need to place them sort of ones, and it should have been an easy 1-1.
I think it was harder to miss than it was to score.
Yeah.
On that freeze frame, that the keeper's committed anyway, isn't he? I mean, all he has to do is go far side and it's in, isn't it? It should have been a goal.
Before that, if you see before that, Jamie, the one where it's coming to him, literally you know where that keeper's going to try and go now because there's an open spot. You just know to get that ball and just tap it where he is now because he's going to be moving over.
Yeah, he won't be able to. But what got me with this one, the keeper, Mavididi should have lifted it. Instead of trying, I mean, what's that? A foot, 2 foot off maybe 2 foot off the ground. A good height for the keeper to get
perfect spot for him to get it. Yeah,
to get something on it. It's just, it was awful. I was jumping up. I had to push the dog off me because I thought we scored.
Mavididi's been poor, hasn't he, all season? He's been dreadful.
The thing is, I'm very much of a. I don't know what the word is, but I do like him as a player. I think there's a very good player in him. Quality, skill, and whatnot. He's there.
He's a confidence player.
But
that's what
these chances now, he's done it in 2 big games now for us. Coventry had 2 big chances, and this one as well. Because I like this is why I'm saying that yesterday's game, I'm not as annoyed at because if we had these sort of chances to finish off, and we didn't do it, then we can't complain because we should have scored yesterday. And the likes of him, as much as I know Munger's not been outstanding, for me, there's no chance that if Munger's fit, I'd play him on Tuesday night. No chance.
I think he's more of an Munger's more of an impact.
He probably is, but with Mavididi doing them sort of things, if Mavididi's a confidence player, he needs to be scoring them to get confidence.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We're not scoring, are we?
No.
You know,
ever since Mavididi's cut his hair, he's gone pants.
He's a shadow of what he was last time we were in the Championship.
And then the 2-0 goal, when they made it 2-0, at this point, Christensen got skinned and he didn't chase back, did he? He sort of let him. He got skinned. He let him go, and that was it. And he pulled it. And the winger, and he's been the outstanding player. It was the number 2 for Blackburn, wasn't it? I can't pronounce his name. I haven't got a clue. But it was the way their wingers. Well, actually, they played wing backs, didn't they? They got to the line. They put the ball across into the danger zone, and the strikers were running onto him. We don't do that. We get the ball, cut back, and try and cross it in. And I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, that it's like when you used to play at school. Oh, give it to Fatwa. He's the best player. He can do everything. But the last few weeks, Fatwa's not done anything. And I think that's what it is. They're just giving the ball to Fatwa and hoping he pulls something out of the bag, Nick. And I don't think it's working because Fatwa yesterday, after the game, didn't want to go to the fans. I don't know what it was, but when the fans went towards the cop, Fatwa didn't want to. Martin Cifuentes pulled him back and told him to go, and he didn't want to go anywhere near them.
No, because
you play with the smooth, Nick, don't you? If you had a bad game, you had a shit game, you take it.
Yeah, but we had this with him at the beginning of the season, and he all went on social media, weren't he? Saying, "Oh, we need to get behind them and this, that, and the other." I'm not being funny, but if I've had a poor day at work, my boss will tell me I've had a poor day at work. I'm sorry, but you've got, like you say, you've got to ride the rough with the smooth. The fans should be entitled to say, you know what, you've been poor today. You know, and the problem is everybody keeps going on about a plan B. Well, the biggest problem we've got in the squad is, like you've said, Jamie, give it to Fatwa. Hope he scores a world there because we've got no goals in the strikers. Every team that we're going to come across are going to nullify Fatwa and stuff because they know if they do that, we ain't scoring.
But the thing
But
is,
it-
with this, even with this comment, Jamie, as you were about to say it as well, there is ways you can switch this formation around and still play the same style. Like Nick says, you can go to up top. It just gives it can go to up top, but then play three at the back with two wing backs. It's not impossible, because then the two up top are going to have defenders on them, and it leaves Fatty who have more space to move. But yeah, the comment like you said, you can't change it.
This new thing now, you never saw it back in the day when Steve Guppy got the ball on the right-hand side. It was always on the left, and that was it. If you're a left-footed, if you're a left-footed player, you go down the left-hand wing, get to that byline, cross it in. Mavididi, right foot. What's all this with cutting in and crossing the ball?
Because it's Pep Guardiola bloody football who brought it over when he got Manchester City, and because they were dominated it for years, everybody and the dog has to play it. Even Sunday League teams will play this style of football now. It's the worst thing that's ever come into our game. I hate it. I think it's so really boring.
I would go out and say, though,
the
difference between Cifuentes and Enzo is Enzo got taught by Pep. Cifuentes came from that style. He's not kind of gone, I want to play this style. He's been involved in all this, whereas Enzo kind of just went, right, this is what I've learned from someone. I'm going to use it in this.
Like I said earlier, this division is the toughest league to get out of, and you need to pull your sleeves up and have a fight. Millwall don't play tippy-tappy football. Right. Blackburn didn't play tippy-tappy football. Hull didn't play tippy-tappy football. Portsmouth didn't play tippy-tappy football. And we got 1 point from them 4 games.
Yeah.
Also, to play tippy-tappy football, you need the personnel to play it.
You do.
And we certainly haven't got that.
I'm not saying we haven't got the quality. We just haven't got the players to play this style of football.
No, you're right. But Enzo played a much better version of it, and we seem to be a poor version of that now. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Jack Moore says, Fatah's been found out. His one-trick pony. I much prefer a winger who beats his man and crosses it. I miss Albrighton so much. He could have learned a few lessons from Albrighton, couldn't he? It's Pep Ball is a snooze fest, killing the entertainment out of the game. There's no characters in the game anymore, is there? There's no.
It's killed it.
It's killed it. This kind of football has killed it. Even Jack Grealish has had to leave Man City to go to Everton to restart his career, and he's thriving there because even Everton don't play this. What's happened to this counter-attacking football? Sorry, wrong word. This transition football, it's called now. You're not allowed to use counter-attacking anymore, are you? What's happened to that? The counter-attacking football. We don't see it. We don't want to play it anymore. I would rather. I'm sort of saying here the same thing. None of us mind losing if we see 100% effort. I would rather lose 2 or 3-0 and having a go than sitting back like we did yesterday in the 85th minute, 2-0 down, and we're still fucking about with it at the back, passing it from side to side to the keeper, side to side, getting absolutely nowhere. This football is shocking. And read it. I don't know why. I know you're sort of changing your mind a little bit on this, but you love this type of football. And I still can't understand how you can like this possession-based football, or anybody out there likes this possession-based football.
I think the difference for me between the Enzo style and the Cifuentes style is the fact of, as much as to begin with, I thought Cifuentes would be more attacking for people who didn't enjoy the Enzo style of football. But I think what Enzo did that kind of, for me, enjoyed it so much was the fact that even though we were passing around the back a lot, it was to do something else. It was to create space for us to actually create a chance out of nowhere. And for me, that's why, like Matthew Bond said, that 2 years ago, that's why we did create a lot more chances, because we did it by playing around and waiting for the opposition to track onto us, and then we can open the space up. This year, it is not the case because we haven't got the players to do that.
But why, really? But I don't understand. Why do we have to wait for the space to open up? Why don't we go and attack and make our own decisions? Why do we have to be reactive to make them, to draw them on, make us mistake, get spaces? We make mistakes 9 times out of 10. The penalty against Millwall last week, Stolarczyk gave a little bit of a lob ball to Thomas. Yes, Thomas fucked it up by trying to turn around instead of going back. but he put him in the shit. And we keep making these mistakes. Yesterday, times again, we try to play it out from the back. We can't. We can't play it out from the back. And it's just, I know you keep saying about space and making space.
But the thing is, if we boot it up, who's it going to?
I'm not saying boot it up.
No, I'm saying that if you do be a bit more direct,
you probably wouldn't see this. You probably wouldn't see it at the game, but on the TV, Jakob got the ball from a set piece. Do you know, by the way, we haven't conceded a goal from a set piece yet, just out of interest, this season. Jakob got the ball and he wanted to play it quickly, but there was no one. He was trying to. No one.
We always say that. We always say that in the games.
There was no effort about nothing. There was no first ball. There was no release ball for Jakob. He had to keep up. And by the time he played it, he walked back to his 6-yard box and dropped the ball and then played it to Vestergaard to Akoli. We'd lost impetus. There was no.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't agree with. Again, it's like with Are you taking corners and set pieces, and then you've got Stolarczyk where the moment the ball comes into him and he wins it from a corner or whatnot, Fatu and Mavididi or Mongo or whoever it is should be pacing it down the wings for him to do a long ball to him.
Yeah, like Mr. Six has just said. Oh, let's get that comment up. Clearly, where's it gone? Sorry, I've lost it.
At the end of the day, you should be working defensively and attacking as a team. But like you've said, Jamie, with Jakob trying to find people, to bring it out to, especially certain points in the second half, it was almost as if the players didn't want to touch the ball because they didn't want to make another mistake.
Stolarczyk nearly made a mistake himself, didn't they?
Not one of them.
I think that's what it is. They're too worried.
Drag them a lot. Come on, let's get a goal. There was none of that.
Yeah, they're too worried about making mistakes.
Yeah,
and they don't want the ball.
They need a reality for me, mate. They need a reality check. They need a reality check. I mean, I would argue. I mean, I know the girls are in there now. Put them all back on Beaver Drive.
Yeah.
It kept you laugh, but it kept them grounded because you had to go for a council estate to go to
work
every morning.
For years, and everyone keeps telling me to shut up about Seagrave. It's a £100 million training centre, more like holiday camp, like Butlins. It's not a
reality check. I'm sorry.
Ever since they've moved to there, we've gone downhill. And people know we haven't. Of course we have. We've gone downhill. We've gone downhill.
There's thousands of people in that stadium that have paid their hard-earned money to go and watch that, and then not one of them are prepared to pull the socks up and get stuck in and leave it out on the pitch. And that, for me, that's a big no-no. You don't do that.
Well, Beaver Drive didn't serve us too badly over the years, did it?
No, it was good. Like I say, it kept them grounded. That's through Elston Road council estates and stuff like that to get to work.
Seagrave should never have been built, and it's virtually in Nottinghamshire anyway.
Yeah, next door to Reedy. Glenn says here, we've not had a penalty in the league because we're not creating chances. I've been saying this for ages. We don't create chances. We haven't got the players to create the chances.
And then we had the chances yesterday,
people start. Reedy, we had one shot on goal.
Yeah, but it's because we were absolutely pathetic at putting it on target.
That was the only time we put the ball. Well, sorry, there was one other where Fatuma put it across with his right foot, which I was very surprised. Carranza didn't bust a gut to get in there. We only had that was the only time.
But we created the chances. We just didn't put them on target.
No, but having a pop from 30 yards is not like having a pop from 6 yards instead of trying to play an extra pass, which is what we seem to be wanting to. John Bradshaw says you should be playing to our strengths. What strengths have we got? I really don't know myself what strengths what are our strengths? How are we playing football?
Conceding goals. That's our strength at the minute.
Yeah.
When we get a clean sheet, I'll be ecstatic.
Did they get a pizza like Claudio did?
Take them back to Bruggy Park. Take them back to the sand hills at One Lip. Reedy, you haven't got a clue about that, have you?
Reedy's not.
No. It's what Jock Wallace used to do at pre-season.
Up the sand hills.
If Celtic, do you know what? And this is, I'm probably going to get hung, drawn, and quartered.
You're going to ask for Rodgers, aren't you?
No, I'm not. He's partly the reason why we're in this mess in the first place. But
well, he signed somewhere, and he signed that, didn't he?
Get Father O'Neill back. He'll kick him up the arse.
Who?
Martin O'Neill.
He's busy at the moment.
he's not going to be there for long. What I'm trying to say, he's not going to be there for long because Celtic will end up recruiting somebody permanent there. Get him down here, sort us out. He'll sort us out. He won't stand for any of this.
Mavididi, that goal was going in. When Vestergaard headed it, that goal was going in. But it's just a natural reaction. Mavididi's desperate to score reaction. Goals. He hasn't. You are?
Selfish reaction.
No, natural reaction to jump up because you think he's desperate to score a goal because he hasn't got one in 9 games now. So he's desperate to score. And it's just natural to jump up. Yes, he was enough. It was unfortunate. These things happen. But that might have changed. I think it probably would have changed the game if that had gone in.
He probably would have drew the game.
Probably, yeah. Nick Chapman, I would love it, but I can't see it because everyone hates Nigel Pearson. Not me. I love him. I think he's fantastic.
I think he's fantastic.
Not as manager anymore, but as
director of football.
Director of football. Go on, Matty.
Rubkin wouldn't have anyone like Pearson involved in the running of the club because Rubkin just surrounds himself by little yes men.
He needs to go, Matty, and Top does.
Well, until it leads on to what I was wanting to be saying. Until something changes dramatically at this club, we're heading down.
Yeah,
something has to change on the pitch and off the pitch. There's got to be a massive overhaul for anything to change, else we're going to be playing League One football very soon. Don't
get me wrong, I'm thankful on the whole for what King Power have done. You know what I mean? You know, even the silly things like giving money to the children's hospitals and all that stuff, fantastic. But I think if you keep on doing what you're doing, you are close to damaging your legacy.
That was on Vichai's shift, wasn't it? All the good was on Vichai's shift. Yeah. Since Vichai's passing, we have been gradually slipping away from that moment onwards. And I'm sorry, but they've overstayed the welcome for me now. We need some new ownership in this place. They don't care. They've got no money for a start. They don't care. And the only way to get Rubkin out is get rid of the firm itself.
Yes.
Well,
you know.
But yeah. On a serious note, Craig says, on a serious note, how does it get put right? Honestly, how does it get put right?
Well, on the pitch?
Is there on and off the pitch? Is there an easy answer?
King Power out there, mate, because I'm not being funny. If the longer King Power are in, all we're going to get is this style of football and these type of managers that play this style of football.
Anybody out there that's going to come in and, I don't know, 400 million, is it? It's going to be a decent amount of money. Hold on, Craig. The reason he was meant to be there for this game and the game against Middlesbrough. Mm-hmm. But the Queen of Thailand passed away. And because he's a high-ranking official over there, he stayed there. They have like their mourning. So that's why he wasn't there. I'm not sure whether he's going to be there for Tuesday, but that's why he wasn't there, because so their country's in mourning. That's why he wasn't there. He was meant to be, but that's why he wasn't there, unfortunately.
And he's glad he wasn't there.
Well, I bet he's glad he wasn't. But like I was saying, who's got the money to come in and buy us? It's going to be 400 million, I would have thought. Maybe 500.
And also, there's probably better value outfits, better value football clubs out there for an investor, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not saying we're a has-been, but we have been there and done it. Our value is probably very high. There's probably a Chef Wednesday or a Wrexham or one of those clubs that has loads of potential that's going to be cheaper that they can put money into. So it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea to be buying Leicester, because it's going to have a fair old price tag, isn't it?
Yeah,
cheaper to buy in League One, George. Yeah, probably. If we're there next year, it probably will be cheaper to buy.
Yeah.
It's gone full circle because we were in League One when they took over, weren't we? No, we just got promoted, haven't we?
It was the season we come out of League One.
Yeah.
Mandarich shoulders.
Yeah. Right then, lads and lasses, much appreciated for you joining me. Matt, hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Don't leave it so long this time.
No, I won't. I'll come on again if you'll have me.
Yeah, if I'm struggling for numbers, I'll give you a ring, pal.
Thanks. Appreciate
it. Cheers, Matty. Thanks a lot, mate. See you later.
Bye.
Nick, cheers for joining us, mate. Hope you're well. Good. Have fun this week, emptying your sack through people's letterboxes.
I've got the week off, so I'm happy.
Oh, have you?
And I'm going on Tuesday, so I must be mad.
Are you going on Tuesday here?
Yeah.
Wow. Meet up with Reedy while he's there. He needs company.
Well, they say he owes me a drink anyway, because last time he bumped into me, I bought him a drink and I ain't got one back yet. Honestly, it's like trying to get blood out of a stone.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
I can't remember the last time you bought me a drink, Jamie.
I bought you food in February, actually. Remember?
No.
It was actually in November. It was the Brighton game when it kicked off early doors.
No, I can't remember.
Yes. See, he remembers. Yeah. See, he remembers.
Selective thinking, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, he's got selective memory, our Reedy has.
Yeah.
All right, then, Nick, we'll shall see you next week, pal. Cheers, mate.
Guys. Oh, there you go.
See you later.
Reedy, there we go. Middlesbrough, Tuesday. You looking forward to it?
Do you know what? It's probably classic Leicester to actually go and beat them, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised about that at all. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm going to sit at home and moan and groan about it like normal.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm always looking forward to every game you play because I think there's every chance you can go and get a different result. But
yeah, I'm there in 3 weeks. I'm
great.
back in 3 weeks for the Stoke game. Yeah, you've moved seats now, so you're nowhere near me.
Yeah,
So I've got no one to phone us at. But you're, I'm back for the Stoke game, so hopefully people will come and say hello and have a decent chat, have some banter and that, and we'll take it from there. Really,
Yes,
we shall see you later, pal. Be good.
Yep, no worries. See you in a bit.
See you later. Have fun. There we go, lads and lasses. Yet another famous Foxes Aftermath show. Just a little bit of homework before you go. Please like and share whatever platform you're watching it on, whether Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It all helps. There goes the final whistle. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Adieu.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms.
Want to watch more content like this? Hit the like button. Give us your views. Hit subscribe to Leicester Fan TV and make sure to follow Leicester Fan TV on all socials.